What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay from Yankee and the Brick coming at you with my weekend picks. And yeah, it's just me right now because I have some stuff going on this weekend. So I'm going to give you my picks. Later on, Maddie will come in and give you his picks so you can get all of our picks, even though our schedules didn't match up this week. That's on me. So we're going to give you two different shows, but you're going to get all of our picks. And that way, our picks are on record. All right, but we are just coming off the Thursday night game, and that was an ass kicking of epic proportion. The Las Vegas Raiders just stomped the LA Chargers, getting Staley and the offensive coordinator fired. I will say the Chargers have been a fucking dumpster fire all year, so there's no surprise to that. But Aiden O'Connell coming off of 3-0 loss against the Vikings had a really good game. 20 for 34, 248, 4 touchdowns. He balled out, no interceptions. Aiden O'Connell has a weird little throwing motion, but he seems to be able to throw on a dime. Maybe he is the future for the Raiders. Maybe he's not. Maybe this kid is the bridge quarterback to whoever they have next. But the Raiders have a lot of things they have to figure out in the offseason, like head coach, quarterback, everything that's going on there. They need a new GM. So there's going to be a lot of different faces, most likely, in Las Vegas come this year. Maybe Antonio Pierce gets the job after this. He's done a pretty good job, but we know how coaches or how owners are. They like that big, splashy hire or the young guy that nobody's heard of because he's the next best thing coming up. So we'll see what happens with the Raiders. But 63-21 ass whipping. But let's be real, it was 49-0 at one point. So that game was way out of hand early. I think by the time the first quarter ended, if I remember correctly, it was 21-0. So they jumped on the Chargers quick, and they just beat their ass all night long. So congratulations. Shout out to the Raiders. I'm always a fan of watching what Max Crosby can do. That dude's an animal, gets stitches, still plays. So we'll see what happens with the Raiders moving forward. Mathematically, they're not out of the playoffs, so they're going to try really hard to make this push. I'm excited to see where it goes from here because, like I said, I like what Antonio Pierce brings to that team as the head coach. So we'll see if that lasts for them. All right. Now let's talk about some of these games we got moving forward, starting tomorrow on Saturday. We got the Minnesota Vikings traveling to the Cincinnati Bengals. This was supposed to be Kirk Cousins versus Joe Burrow. Now it's Nick Mullins versus Jake Browning. Okay. It is what it is. 14 backup quarterbacks are scheduled to start this weekend coming up. This is a weird season for the NFL. A lot of quarterbacks went down, which they do everything they can to protect quarterbacks, so this doesn't happen. So this is one of those anomaly seasons where we're seeing a ton of backup quarterbacks play. To me, this is actually Justin Jefferson versus Jamar Chase. If we want to throw two people against each other in a football game like we like to do, or how they always talk when you're like, yeah, Joe Montana versus Dan Marino back in the day, those kinds of things. Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady. Yeah, we know it's a team game, but we have two of the best receivers in the NFL squaring off in this game. The Minnesota Vikings are traveling to the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are 3.5-point favorites. They've been playing really well. Joe Mixon's been playing okay. Ain't lighting the world on fire, but he's definitely solid. He helps them out, gives them extra option in the passing game. I think the point spread is probably right where you thought you would see it with these two teams and all the injuries. 3.5 favorites are the Cincinnati Bengals at home. Kind of makes sense. Nobody's got any faith in the Vikings with what's going on with their backup quarterback situation, even though their defense is balling the fuck out and they got a ton of weapons on the offensive line. So with that said, I think it's going to be a close game, and give me the Vikings plus the 3.5. I'll definitely take the points and the Minnesota Vikings. All right, let's move on to this. Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are favored by 1.5 with the Steelers coming in. Gardner Minshew or Mason Rudolph, Mitch Trubisky. I think it's going to be Trubisky, but he might get pulled if he plays like he did last week. I like what the Colts have been doing. I think the Colts have a ton of talent on that team, and I think the Colts are one of those teams moving forward. We're going to see really good things from. It's sad that Anthony Richardson got hurt because being a rookie, maybe he could have got more experience, and then they would have been in a better spot moving forward. But Gardner Minshew can ball out, so one of the best backups in the league. Let's just be real about that. Give me the Colts minus the 1.5. I don't even care about the points. I think the Colts are going to win this game without a problem. So give me the point or the Colts minus the 1.5. Steelers drop one on the road. All right, let's go to the Denver Broncos traveling to the Detroit Lions. Will the Lions get on track this game? Will the Lions be what we saw at the beginning of the year? Or are they going to stay the team that we've watched slide the last few weeks? Because let's be real, they should have, or they easily, I don't want to say should have because should have, could have, would have, right? They easily could have lost to the Bears. They easily could have lost 3 of these last 4 games, maybe more. I'd have to go back and look at who they played in a row, but they've been falling off. So the Broncos have been playing better. Russell Wilson's been doing just enough. They're not letting Russ cook. They're letting Sean Payton cook, and that offense is looking a lot better. Give me the Denver Broncos plus the 4.5. I want the points. The Lions absolutely might win this game, but the Broncos have been playing tough. They've been keeping games close. Give me the Denver Broncos plus 4.5. All right, let's talk about Maddie's sweetheart team, the Atlanta Falcons, traveling to the Carolina Panthers. Both quarterbacks have not looked good this year. Bryce Young's still young. I think Desmond Ritter's done. I think this is we're done with the Desmond Ritter experience. The Falcons are going to have to go in a different direction next year. But like Maddie always wants to tell you, look at the wide receivers they have in Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, Drake London. I mean, they got Bijan Robinson coming out of the backfield. Cordell Patterson hasn't done much this year, but another really athletic guy. Maddie's belief is it's Arthur's fault for not having a better offense. But what I think the Panthers are screwed. That's what I think. I think the Panthers are really screwed. I don't know if Bryce Young's the answer, but that said it from the beginning. Frank Wright and that coaching staff was not the answer. Now you don't have any picks moving, or you don't have a lot of picks moving forward to help build up this team. I don't know where you go from here. Give me the Atlanta Falcons on the road -3. All right. We are going to talk about the Giants traveling to the New Orleans Saints. Tommy Cutlets. Let's go, Tommy DeVito. 5.5 points is the spread. The Saints can look like one of the best teams in the NFL or one of the worst teams in the NFL, and it's not even game by game, it's half by half. So this is one of those crazy things, and it's really hard to pick this game because the Giants' offensive line is still fucking horrible. I'm not sure that they can keep Tommy protected. This kid has been sacked like 28 times in the games he's played. It's been awful for him, but he's athletic. He moves around. He played well against the Packers. I think the Saints win this game, but I think it's close. So give me the New York Giants plus the 5.5. I want the points on this one with our boy Tommy Cutlets. Let's go, huh? Let's go, Paisan. Let's get her done. All right, let's talk some Chicago Bears traveling to the Cleveland Browns. Footsteps Flacco signs a new contract that could be worth up to $4 million with incentives. I think he gets $75,000 for each win. That's a big incentive. And then, playoff bonuses and Super Bowl bonuses. It could add up to $4 million for the rest of the year. But Footsteps Flacco holding down the Browns. The Browns defense has been balling. Chicago Bears defense has been playing pretty well. As long as you can keep Justin Fields in the pocket, you're really going to limit that offense. Give me the Cleveland Browns -3. I think the Browns win this by more than 3. I think they should probably maybe win by 7, 10 points when it's all said and done. So give me the Cleveland Browns -3. All right, we got the New York Jets traveling to the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins are 9.5-point dogs. I want to see what the final injury report says about Tyreek Hill. If Tyreek Hill is 100% healthy, might have went with the Dolphins plus the 9.5. They do blow people out. If I were you, I would not bet this game because we don't know what's going on with the Dolphins. We get one Dolphins team week to week. Zach Wilson had the best game of his career in a rainstorm. Maybe he can build off of that. Maybe, because that defense is a monster. The Jets have a monster defense. They have great skilled position guys. It's another team where their offensive line has been letting them down, and their quarterback play after Aaron Rodgers went down has been pretty awful, except for a couple games. But I don't like the 9.5-point spread. So Dolphins win, but I'm taking the Jets plus 9.5 because I don't think it's a blowout. All right, Kansas City Chiefs traveling to the New England Patriots. The Chiefs are pissed off over the last couple outcomes of their games and how the refs were involved in that. Maddie and I did a whole thing on the Kadarius Toney incident, the offsides at the final or at the end of the game against the Bills, where Kelsey's amazing lateral would have put the Chiefs ahead in that game and gave them a chance to win it. I think the Chiefs come out pissed off. I don't mind the -8 at New England, even though New England's defense has been playing great all year. Give me the Chiefs -8 in this one, but this is another one I would tell you probably shouldn't bet. Houston Texans traveling to the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans are coming off of a great game. Will Levis looks like he actually might be the future of that team. Yeah, he made some mistakes, but he's a rookie. CJ Stroud out against the Tennessee Titans, so Davis Mills will be in. Davis Mills has some experience. He started before. I think the Titans build on this. I really do. I think Vrabel's going to have those guys ready. Maybe Will Levis can build off of what he did. If CJ Stroud was playing, I would take the Texans, but I'm taking Tennessee Titans with the -4 in this game to beat the Texans. So Tennessee Titans -4. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are traveling to the Green Bay Packers. The Packers are -3.5. So they're favored by 3.5 in this game. I don't think Jordan Love's the answer there. I don't think their defense is as good as people think they are. I think Tampa needs a new coach because they have talent up and down that roster. It just doesn't seem to be coming together. But this is one of those games that I think could go either way. So I'm taking the team and the points. I want the points in this game. So give me Tampa Bay plus 3.5. San Francisco 49ers traveling to the Arizona Cardinals divisional game. You never know what'll happen. And like I said, I hate big point spreads, and I hate big point spreads going against the home team. But the -12 is a lot. -12 is a lot. We've all been seeing what the 49ers are doing. They've been balling. Brock Purdy's balling. To me, right now, Brock Purdy is second in the race for MVP because I think if Tyreek Hill goes over 2,000 yards, you have to give that MVP to Tyreek Hill. That's something that's never done before. We haven't seen that in the NFL. So Tyreek Hill going over 2,000 yards, I think clinches that MVP for him. Maddie's more cynical about the whole thing. He doesn't believe they're going to give it to somebody outside of a quarterback. If they were going to give it to a quarterback this year, I think it would have to go to Brock Purdy. But if you disagree, throw it in the comments. Tell us who you think it should be and let us know why. But with that said, I hate this point spread. I really do. I hate this 12-point spread. Give me the 49ers -12, even though it's a ridiculous point spread, and I wouldn't bet this game if I were you either. We have the Washington Commanders traveling to the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams have been playing all right. Stafford's been playing pretty good. The Commanders traded away their two best pass rushers. Ron Rivera's got to be the Walking Dead, right? Like, he's definitely gone after this year. New owners, hasn't turned into what they wanted to. Eric Bieniemy, has he done enough to be considered for that head coaching job? I don't know. We'll see what happens in the offseason, but I definitely I think the Raiders are on the way up. I think the Commanders are on the way down. So give me the Rams. Sorry. The Rams are on the way up. The Commanders are on the way down. Give me the Rams -6.5 at home to get it done and get us the win. Here is the game that I would bet, excuse me, that I would bet in a heartbeat. We got the Dallas Cowboys traveling to the Buffalo Bills. The Cowboys are a 2-point dog in this game, and I think the Cowboys win this game. I think the Cowboys show everybody they can win on the road. I think the Bills have too many holes and they rely too much on Josh Allen just to get a win. And Josh Allen has made some bad decisions at the worst possible times. We've talked about this. He's one of the few quarterbacks who get a pass for making bad decisions. Other quarterbacks would be killed for some of the stuff that he did in the media, but they keep giving Josh Allen this pass because he's like the darling quarterback of the NFL for some reason. Don't get me wrong. I like Josh Allen. He's super talented. He's an elite quarterback when he is not making horrible decisions. I think they put him in bad positions where they don't scheme well enough and they just go, Josh, go win us the game. With that said, give me the Dallas Cowboys and give me the +2 because the money line's only $10 more. So for $10, give me the 2 points, but give me the Dallas Cowboys to get a victory on the road against an opponent that people can stop shitting on the Cowboys saying, you haven't beat anybody. Well, now they beat the Eagles, but then you start hearing, well, you're only 500 on the road. They're going to beat Buffalo in Buffalo. So give me the Dallas Cowboys +2. Moving on to the Baltimore Ravens traveling to the Jacksonville Jaguars Sunday night football. The Ravens are 3.5-point favorites in this game on the road in Jacksonville. I like the way the Ravens have been playing. Actually, I think the Ravens are probably the best team in the AFC right now. I think they're flying under the radar and people don't give them enough credit. Lamar's balling out. They've got some weapons on the offense even outside of the tight ends. Go look at their receiving core. It's getting better and better. You got Zay Flowers. You got OBJ. And then we know what Lamar and his tight end core can do. The running back room has been very solid all year, and they always have injuries at running backs. It's amazing how many injuries the Ravens have every year at running backs. A lot of that has to do with J.K. Dobbins always being hurt, so doesn't help the Ravens on that point because that poor kid can never stay healthy. But give me the Ravens minus the 3.5 in this game. I like the Ravens team. Like I said, I think they're one of the best in the AFC, if not the best in the AFC. Jacksonville is definitely a solid team, but I see some holes, and I know that they're building a culture there, and I like the way that they're building it. I like Doug Peterson. I really like Trevor Lawrence, but they have some games where you're like, what the fuck? So give me the Ravens minus 3.5 on the road. All right, let's go to Monday Night Football. The Philadelphia Eagles traveling to the Seattle Seahawks. The Ravens are favored the Eagles are favored by 3 in this game. Seahawks are a 3-point dog at home. I think the Seahawks get walked in this game. I don't have a lot of faith in the Seahawks. Oddly, this team is so up and down. It doesn't look like a Pete Carroll team to me. We already know Geno Smith is not the answer. He's pretty good. He's not good enough. So they're going to have to figure something out going forward with their quarterback position. I like the Eagles in this game coming off a tough loss. They've had a wicked hard schedule the last 4 or 5 weeks. After that Cowboys game, I think they regroup, get it back together. They are a solid team. I don't think that sends them into a tailspin. I think that it makes them work even harder, put their head down, grind. Put their head down and grind. That's all the Eagles are going to do. They are going to win this game, and they're definitely going to win it by more than 3. So give me the Eagles minus the 3 on the road against the Seahawks. All right, everybody. That is my picks for the week. Maddie will be coming to you with his picks for the week. I hope you guys all enjoy the game. We got Saturday games. Think about this. We got Saturday games and we got UFC tomorrow. So it's going to be a fucking awesome Saturday when it comes to sports. I think everybody should go out there and enjoy the sports we got left. This season is almost over. Can you believe it? Can you believe we only got 4 weeks left of the NFL regular season? That's wild. It went by so fast this year. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. We really appreciate your support. So please make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And the biggest thing you can do for this channel to help it out, if you want to support us, share the video. share the video, let people see it. Like, that's the best thing you can do to help us out. And we love all of you for all the support we get, and we appreciate you all. I love the fact that you guys come to most of our shows. Like, you see the same people in the NFL chat that you see in the MMA chat, that you see in Well Beyond the Arc for the NBA. Everybody on this channel is grinding. We appreciate you. We appreciate you helping us grow everything you do. And I'm really bad at this, but don't forget, we appreciate those super chats and super stickers if you want to support the work. Like I said, we love you all, and we thank you so much for all of your support. I hope you enjoy this weekend of football. One world, one love. Deuces.